Hello students, once again good morning to all. Today we are at the end of fifth unit, that is last point of fifth unit is cracking the hacker's mindset. Okay, now what is that actually cracking the hacker's mindset? Before accessing the security of systems, one may want to understand something about the hacker's mindset. Many information security product vendors and other professional claims that one should protect the system from the bad guys, both internal, that is insiders, and external, that is outsiders. Knowing what hackers and malicious users want help understand how they work. Understanding how they work help to look at your information system in a whole new way. This understanding better prepares for ethical hackers test. Now, which points are included in the cracking the hacker's mindset? That are what you are up against, then thinking like a bad guys, who breaks into computer systems, why they do it, planning and performing attacks, and maintaining anonymity. Okay, this is about our 5.6. Now first is of what you are up against. Means what? Thanks to sensationalism in the media, public perception of hacker has transformed from harmless temporary to malicious criminal. Okay, hackers often state that the public misunderstands them, which is mostly true. It is easy to prejudge what is not understood. Unfortunately, many hackers' stereotypes are based on misunderstanding rather than fact, and that misunderstanding fuels a constant debate. Hackers can be classified by both their abilities and their underlying motivations. Some are skilled and their motivations are begin. They are merely seeking more knowledge. At the other end of the spectrum, hackers with a malicious intent seek some form of personal gain. Unfortunately, the negative aspects of hacking usually overshadow the positive aspects and promote the negative stereotypes. Hackers hacked for the pursuit of knowledge and the thrill of the challenge. Hackers see what others often overlook. They wonder that what would happen if a cable was unplugged, a switch was flipped, or lines of code were changed in a program. These old school hackers might think they can improve electronic and mechanical devices by rewriting them. More recent evidences shows that many hackers may also hack for political, social, competitive, and even financial purpose. So times are changing. Okay, now negative. These people don't hack in a way people normally suppose. Instead, they root around in files on a server shares. Okay, now as negative as breaking into computer systems often can be, hackers and malicious users play key roles in the advancement of technology. In the world without hackers, odds are good that the latest intrusion prevention technology, data leakage prevention, or vulnerability scanning tools would not exist. Such a word may not be bad, but technology does not keep security professionals employed and keep the field moving forward. Unfortunately, the technical security solutions can't ward off all malicious attacks and unauthorized use, because hackers and malicious users are usually a few steps ahead of the technology designed to protect against their disobedient action. However, when the stereotypical hacker or malicious user is being viewed, one thing is certain: somebody will always try to take down computer system and compromise information by poking and prodding where he or she shouldn't, through denial of service attacks or by creating and launching malware. Okay, this is about what you are up against. Now the second one thing is thinking like a bad guys. Means what? Malicious attacks often think and work just like thieves, kidnappers, and other organized criminals you hear about in the news every day. The smart ones constantly devise ways to fly under the radar and exploit even the smallest weaknesses that lead them to their target. The following are the examples of how hackers and malicious users think and work, like evading an intrusion prevention system by changing their MAC address or IP address every few minutes to get further into a network without being completely blocked, exploiting physical security weaknesses, then bypassing web access controls, then using unauthorized software that would otherwise be blocked at the firewall, setting up a wireless evil twin, using an overlay trusting colleagues user ID and password, unplugging the power cord or Ethernet connection to a network security camera, performing SQL injection or password cracking against a website. These are the examples how hackers and malicious users think and work. Okay, now the third one is who breaks into computer systems. That is, in the word of black and white, describing the typical hacker is easy. A general stereotype of a hacker is an antisocial, unpleasant mindset personality. But the word has many shades of grey and many types of hackers. Hackers are unique individuals, so an exact profile is hard to outline. The best broad description of hackers is that all hackers are not equal. Each hacker has his own or her own unique motives, methods, and skills. Hackers' skill levels fall into three general categories like script kiddies, criminal hackers, okay, then script kiddies. These are computer beginners who take advantage of the hacker tools, vulnerability scanners, and documentation available free on the internet, but who don't have any real knowledge of what's really going on behind the scene. Criminal hackers, these are skilled criminal experts and nation states who write some of the hacking tools, including the scripts and other programs that the script kiddies and ethical hackers use. The people also write such a malware as virus and worms. They break into the system and cover their tracks. These hackers are possibly some of the worst enemies of information security. Security researchers, hacker visit, cyber terrorists, and hackers for hire. Okay, now the next point is why they do it. There are different reasons why the cracking of hacker's mindset takes place. Hacking a casual hobby. Hacking is a casual hobby for some hackers. They hack just to see what they can and can't break into, usually testing their own systems. Okay, many hackers get a kick out of outsmarting corporate and government IT and security administrators. They thrive on making headlines and being notorious cyber outlaws. Hackers often promote individualism and at least the decentralization of information because many believe that all information should be free. They think cyber attacks are different from attacks in the real world. Hackers may easily ignore or misunderstand their victims and the consequences of hacking. They don't think long term about the choices that they are making today. Many hackers say they don't intend to harm or profit their bad deeds, a belief that they help to justify their work. Some common motives are revenge, basic bragging rights, curiosity, freedom, challenge, then theft for financial gain, then blackmail, extortion, corporate intelligence, and just generally speaking about what out against the man. Hackers regularly cite these motives to explain their behavior, but these motivations tends to be cited more commonly during difficult economic conditions. Hackers often hack just because they can. Hackers can compromise a seemingly unimportant system to access the network and use it as a launching pad for attacks on other systems. Computer opening continue to get easier to execute yet harder to prevent for several reasons like widespread use of network and internet connectivity, greater number of availability of hacking tools, large number of open wireless networks and help hackers cover their tracks. Computer savvy children, unlikelihood the attackers will investigated and prosecuted it if caught. A malicious hacker only needs to be to find one security hole where IT professional and business owners must find and block them all. Then hacking is the name of liberty, planning and performing attacks. Okay, some hackers prepare for okay. Now next one point is planning and performing attacks. What is that? Attack style vary widely. Like some hackers prepare far in advance of an attack. They gather small bits of information and methodically carry out their hacks. These hackers are most difficult to track. Other hackers, usually the inexperienced script kiddies, act before they think through the consequences. Such hackers may try, for example, to telnet directly into an organization router without hiding their identities. Then malicious users are all over the map. Some can be quite savvy based on their knowledge of the network and of how IT operates inside the organization. Hackers who network with one another use private message boards, anonymous email addresses, hackers websites and internet relay chat, that is IRC. One can log into many of these sites to see what hackers are doing. Following, there are some aspects of real world security. The majority of computer systems are not managed properly. Most network and security administrators simply can't keep up with the deluge of new vulnerabilities and attack methods. Information systems grow more complex every year. Attacks can be carried out slowly, making them hard to detect. Attacks are frequently carried out after typical business hours. This is nothing but about planning and performing different types of attacks. And the last point between cracking the hacker's mindset is maintaining anonymity. Okay, now what is that anonymity? Smart attackers want to remain as low key as possible. Covering their tracks is a priority and many times their success depends on them remaining unnoticed. They want to avoid raising suspicion so they can come back and access the system in the future. Hackers often remain anonymous by using one of the following resources: borrowed or stolen remote desktop and VPN accounts from friends and previous employers, public computers at libraries, school, and so on, open wireless network, internet proxy servers, anonymous or disposable email accounts from free email services, open email relays, infected computers, also called zombies or bots, and other organizations, workstations or servers on the victim's own network. Okay. If hackers use enough stepping stones for their attacks, they are hard to trace. This is all about the maintaining anonymity. In this way, here we have completed our 5th unit. Okay, what are the unit outcomes of this unit? First one is define hackers. If you are able to define hackers, then the concept will be clear. You all are able to describe the need to hack your own system. you all are able to describe the dangers in the system. You all are able to describe the ethical hacking process. There are different steps. You all are able to identify the hacker's mindset. If you performed these all unit outcomes successfully, then you all are clear with each and every concept of this unit. Okay, in this way we have completed this unit. That is first point, how hackers beget ethical hackers. What is ethical hacking, what is hacker, who is hacker, then malicious user, understand the need to hack our own system. After that, understanding the dangers in our system. There are 4 types: non-technical attacks, network infrastructure attack, operating system attacks, application and other specialized attacks. Okay, then obeying the ethical hacking commandments includes working ethically, respecting privacy, not crashing your systems. Then ethical hacking process include 5 steps, that is formulating your plan, selecting tools, executing the plan, evaluating the results and moving on. And the last but not least point is cracking the hacker's mindset, that is which includes what you are up against, thinking like a bad guy who breaks into computer system, why they do it, planning and performing attacks, maintaining anonymity. Okay, thank you. Have a great day.